to the news at 1am Chiazalam Ekie. Transmission of the news can also be viewed on our social media platforms, currently showing on your screen. Like our page on our platforms to get updates of our news and programs. Be a patriotic citizen, as ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it. Obey the law. The Bureau of Public Procurement has opened the 17th edition of its mandatory continuous public procurement training program in Port Harcourt, reinforcing its drive for transparency and professionalism in Nigeria's procurement system. The Director General Adebowale Adedokun urged procurement officers to always uphold integrity and due process at all times. Osinachi Samuel reports.
For every road built, classroom furnished, or hospital equipped begins with a procurement decision. That responsibility brought about 300 procurement officers together as the Bureau of Public Procurement opened Batch B of the 17th edition of its mandatory continuous public procurement capacity development training program. The training is designed to sharpen professional skills, strengthen ethical standards, and ensure public resources deliver real value to Nigerians.
I want the participants to be the vanguard, to be the ambassadors of good governance, ambassadors of the Bureau of Public Procurement, the ambassadors of procurement reform, the ambassadors of value for money, the ambassadors of transparency. This is what we are trying to achieve.
More importantly, is that any procurement officer that does not build itself, self-development, and also attend the various programs will not be allowed to move to the next grade level. So we're coming with national framework on career development that is mandatory, both ethically and professionally, that every year you must be able to show that you understand what is being done, you are up to date, and you are committed to good ethical practices.
With capacity building at the heart of procurement reform, the Bureau says the program will help reposition public procurement as a strategic tool for national development. The 2025 mandatory continuous public procurement capacity development training program, Batch B, reflects the BPP's ongoing drive to strengthen accountability and value for money in public service, as well as reinforcing trust and professionalism in Nigeria's procurement system. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
To agriculture now, as part of ongoing efforts to strengthen animal health services across Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development, through the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, has donated vaccines to the Rivers State Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Kingsley Amajiri reports.
This engagement is the formal handover at the Veterinary Hospital and Diagnostic Laboratory, Romodmaya, the Animal Husbandry Technical Assistant of the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project. Lukman Al-Hazan said the donation is aimed at controlling transboundary animal diseases, improving livestock productivity, and enhancing food security in the state, in line with the federal government's agricultural transformation agenda.
On behalf of the National Project Coordinator of the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, to deliver some vaccines that were procured by the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development through LPRES to the Rivers State Government. These vaccines were procured for the control of transboundary animal diseases in the country as part of the federal government effort in improving the animal health sector of the country.
The Director of Veterinary Services in Rivers State, Dr. Goswe Okoibuko, said the intervention will help protect livestock farmers from disease outbreaks, reduce losses, and support sustainable livestock development.
We just received some 10,000 doses of contagious bovine pleuropneumonia vaccine. It's called CBPP. And then a Newcastle disease for poultry, and then foot and mouth disease vaccine, 1,000 doses. That's what just happened here. We have, just to confirm that Rivers State government has received these vaccines, which will go to the field and then vaccinate the animals to prevent these diseases in Rivers State.
The initiative forms part of the federal government's broader efforts to boost food security and ensure adequate livestock supply nationwide. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajori, NTA News.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has issued a warning to farmers and the public not to be misled by recent scattered showers in parts of the country, emphasizing that these are not the onset of the 2026 rainy season and could prove hazardous for agriculture and health. Rainfall was reported in sections of Lagos and Ogun states last week, sparking speculation among residents that the wet season had arrived prematurely. However, NIMET officials have classified these downpours as pseudo-rains, predicting they will dissipate within 2 weeks, potentially followed by a prolonged dry spell. Professor Vincent Welly, Director of Weather Services at NIMET, advised farmers to hold off on planting to avoid devastating losses. He said people in areas where it is raining are advised not to consume the rainwater as it may pose health risks. NIMET plans to release its 2026 seasonal climate prediction on February 10th. The comprehensive forecast will cover weather patterns from February through December, including sector-specific impacts and localized predictions at the local government level to aid in planning and mitigate potential losses. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has called on Nigerians to embrace renewable energy and sustainable technologies as an essential foundation for survival, healthy living, and environmental stewardship. In her message marking 2026 International Day of Clean Energy, the First Lady says the celebration under the theme, Clean Energy for People and Planet, highlights the shared responsibility to protect and preserve the environment by working together to build a greener and healthier planet for all. And similarly, with the world pushing for solutions to climate change and energy poverty, attention is shifting to clean, affordable, and sustainable power. And with January 26th marking the International Day of Clean Energy, the call this year is on accelerating a just energy transition that works for both people and the planet. Charles Alpha reports.
City is still a luxury as the day breaks in many Nigerian communities. And for many families settling outside cities, their days begin without light, without power, often relying on kerosene lamps and noisy generators to get by. Across the world, about 685 million people, reports say, still live without electricity, many of them in sub-Saharan Africa.
Africa has the highest radiation. We should be producing the most solar power, yet we don't have any manufacturing plants across the continent so that we can see more of a low-carbon development pathway.
January 26 marks the International Day of Clean Energy, a global reminder that access to safe, affordable, and reliable energy can transform lives. This year's theme, Clean Energy for People and Planet, puts the spotlight not just on technology, but on the people whose future depend on it.
We've seen what happens when there's energy insecurity. All of the commitments that were made with the NDCs suddenly started to slowly get reversed. They start to get reversed because now it's a competing priority. Do we look at economics or do we look at climate? And I think the struggle that our governments do have is how do you balance both? How do you develop your country, but at the same time, how do you address climate change to ensure that you're not the hardest hit?
In Nigeria, the focus of the 2026 commemoration is on accelerating clean energy transition for inclusive and sustainable development, with support from the United Nations. For millions of Nigerians, clean energy is more than a climate goal. It is about dignity, opportunity, and a better quality of life. As the world observes the International Day of Clean Energy, the message is, when energy is clean and accessible, people and the planet thrive. Charles Alva, NTA News.
From clean energy to renew commitment, strengthen civil-military relations, and foster unity and security, the 6th Division Nigerian Army celebrated its West African social activities. The event had display of various cultures of the nation. The Barbari Sidomawenke reports.
The West Africa Social Activities WASA is an annual celebration of the Nigerian Army to mark the diverse, rich cultural heritage of the country that brings together officers, soldiers, and their families. It provides a platform to mark the end of the year 2025 and the new commitment to the security of the country. There are displays and performances of different groups showcasing their culture. General Officer Commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Manuel Emeka, speaks on the importance of the event and its achievements.
As we mark the end of the year, we recognize the progress we have made and the challenges we overcome during the year. Our collective efforts in fostering peace, security, and development have laid the foundation for a brighter future. Let this season remind us of our shared responsibility to build a region where stability, opportunity, and harmony thrive for each and every one of us.
Guest of honor, Governor Simnana Efubara represented, appreciated Army for their resilience, urging them to remain focused as they continue to secure the state and the nation.
Outside the uniform, we have seen that the Army is indeed a family. And this WASA underscores the fact that all a family at first instance. As a government of Rivers State, we want to appreciate the Army and the security agencies for all they have been doing in keeping the peace and protecting the territorial integrity of Nigeria.
The event features the recognition of outstanding personnel and display of dishes. In Port Harcourt, Deepa Barisi Domawenke, LTA News.
You are still watching NTA Port Harcourt News at 1. More reports after the commercial break. Please stay with us.
Your birthday is coming, and you're still thinking small? No hype, no crowd, no fun. It's time to level up with birthday bars. Birthday show live on TV. Bring your cakes, snacks, and drinks. We've got the vibe, we've got the crew, and friends for you. Get your birthday tickets now. Adult celebrants, 5,000 naira. Child celebrants, 3,000 naira. Well wishers and other attendees, 2,000 naira. Performances are games, shoutouts, and you on TV. Showing live every last Saturday of the month at 12 noon on NTA Port Harcourt. Sponsorship, adverts, or how to get your tickets, please call 080-370-695-16 or 080-330-91338. Birthday bars, it's your day. Let's make it loud.
Okay, you love this one. Oh yeah, oh my. Oh yeah, oh my. Oh yeah, oh my.
A brand new sunrise is about to brighten your mornings. Wake up to Good Morning Port Harcourt, your fresh, vibrant, and inspiring daily companion.
From the heart of the Garden City, will bring you stories that matter.
From politics to news headlines, sports, entertainment, lifestyle, and community happenings.
And all the information you need to start your day. It's all coming your way from Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Whether you're at home, at work, or on the move, make it a routine.
Only on NTA Channel 10, Dartmouth.
So don't just wake up with us. Good morning, Port Harcourt.
For being there. Now, scrutiny and passage of the 58.47 trillion naira 2026 appropriation bill tops the list as the National Assembly resumes plenary after the end of the year break. President Bola Tinubu laid the estimates of Nigeria's revenue and expenditure before a joint session on December 18, 2025. In a statement, Senate Leader 1Pm 27th says the legislature will also deliver an electoral governance that will guarantee a credible and transparent process on the 2027 general elections. He adds that the report from the Constitution Review Committee is also being expected for consideration, debates, and voting on all proposals. The two chambers of the National Assembly had in December 2025 adjourned plenary to Tuesday, 27 January 2026. And for business news, let's join Joy Audu. Her report is here presented.
The federal government has outlined fresh measures to curb double taxation, expand tax net under Nigeria's new tax laws. The document released by the Nigerian Revenue Service provides detailed clarification on key provisions of the new tax framework, including reliefs for foreign-sourced income, the taxation of digital services, penalties for default, and incentives for research and development. From the Nigerian equities market, there are reports of a sharp pullback in the outgone week as investors engage in profit-taking, causing the Nigerian Exchange Limited to lose 394 billion naira in market capitalization. Market activities also took the downward slope when compared to the previous week as cautious sentiments gripped the retail and institutional investors. The decline reflects a 19% drop in trading volume and a 23.6% fall in turnover value. Now to the petroleum sector. Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has congratulated Chevron Nigeria Limited on the successful completion of Awodi 07 appraisal and exploration well in the shallow offshore western Niger Delta. This latest feat underscores Nigeria's new inroads in the upstream sector.
Let's join Olumide Eguntola for the latest in the world of sports.
Federation of International Football Associations FIFA has officially launched the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup, confirming Brazil as the host nation for the tournament. The tournament is slated for 24th June to 25th July 2027, bringing together the best women national teams from the globe. From the Continental Championship, Rivers United head coach Finidi George has expressed optimism that the country will fly past Zambia in the match day 4 of the CAF Champions League, scheduled for this weekend at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. The Nigerian side had played a goalless draw in Ndola, Zambia, with Power Dynamos. In handball, Nigeria's Golden Arrows will take on the defending champions Egypt in a decisive main round match Tuesday at the ongoing 2026 African Men Handball Championship. The team narrowly lost to Angola in the opening match of the main round after 100% winning record at the group stage. The two top teams from each main round will advance to the semi-finals and secure automatic qualification for the 2027 IHF Men's World Championship in Germany, while the 5th place team will also pick a World Cup Championship ticket, keeping Nigeria hope alive despite the loss. In tennis, Aryna Sabalenka books her spot in the Australian Open semi-finals after a dominant win over Ivanovic. The Belarusian star defeated the American teenager in one of the quarterfinals of the event, claiming a 6-3, 6-0 straight set victory. With sponsor update, Olumide Eguntola, NT News.
And that concludes the news at 1. I'm Chiazalam Ekiye. Just before we go, a quick reminder that you can watch our news streaming live on our social media handles currently showing on your screen. Like our page on Facebook to get updates of our news and programs. You can also watch all our news at NCA Port Harcourt on Star Times Channel 103. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon.
Thank you.